channel. My name is Ellie, for those of you who are new here, and welcome to a brand new series called Ellie Reads. My voice is a little bit croaky, but I've decided today is the day that I'm going to do it, so I'm going to do it. If those of you who are here for cosplay or for the chronic illness stuff, stay to the end. I've got a little bit of an update about that one. But for now, today we are going to talk all things books. So one of the reasons I wanted to start doing this series is because I have now got, oh my god, a Fairyloot subscription. I came off the waiting list in November last year, and I just got off the waiting list for the triple combo box also, which means I'll also be getting the romantasy and the adult books. Those of you who follow me on TikTok will have seen my monthly boxes from the Fairyloot. These are all the Fairyloot books I have so far, other than another one which I got on Vinted because it's a book I loved and I really wanted to get it. But these are all the Fairyloot books I've got from my subscription so far. So I have read all of them but this one, which was March's book box book, and I will be reading it next, which I'm very excited about. But let's start with the first book I read, which is Coldwire. Now, I did do a bit of a review on this. I did post it, but I've had a little think and I've decided I'm probably not going to do individual book reviews. I'm going to do maybe something like this, where after I've read a couple books in a row, I'll sit down, say how I felt about them, do a rating, and then kind of, yeah, do it all in one go. Just because it's easy to just talk about all the books I've read recently and how I've kind of found them all in one go. So we'll start with Coldwire. I do want to start off by showing off the cover because it's a Fairyloot exclusive book. This cover is absolutely stunning. And what I love about these special editions is because I read hardbacks with the covers, with the dust jackets off, I love being able to read my book and still feel like I've got a bit of like the art and stuff in there. So, I mean, this is gorgeous, and of course it's got the little papers in there as well, because they come with the Fairyloot young adult and stuff box. So Coldwire, I loved this book. I think in my review I gave it like a 4.5 out of 5. I get nervous about giving books 5 stars because I think that's just like the BookTok community thing. If you can't say everything you really loved is 5 stars, but it was damn close. I loved it. Like, the story is phenomenal, and there is another book coming out at the end of this year. I'm aware it probably won't be in a Fairyloot book box just because of they tend to not do sequels in book boxes. But hopefully they are going to release it as a book. Fingers crossed anyway. So I can read the second one of this, and it can be hardback and hopefully a similar art style to the first one. But I loved it so much. So 4.5 out of 5. Great read, fun read. And if you love sci-fi and you love like twists and like mystery, not mystery in like a murder mystery way, in like a there's something off but you can't put your finger on it way, this is the book for you. Thoroughly recommend. Chloe, bring on book 2. So that is Coldwire. The second book that I read was the January book from Fairyloot, which was The Sun and the Star Maker. Is that right? Was it The Sun and the Star Maker, or was it The Swan's Daughter that came next? I'll say in the video which one it's from. But The Sun and the Star Maker, this cover is actually gorgeous. All the sprayed edges on it. Again, all these books are Fairyloot exclusives. But this actual hardback is stunning, and it gave me really good imagery for like the village and like that's in it. I actually love the original cover on this also. Also absolutely gorgeous. Part of me kind of prefers it to the Fairyloot one, but I'm not ashamed to admit that this book made me cry. These are all young adult Fairyloot boxes, by the way. I cried. I really, really loved it, and I don't know how, like, again, as a book, probably like a 4.5 out of 5. There are very few things I found wrong with it. I think in terms of like predictability, there's maybe a little bit of that in there, like the way it eventually ends, you're like, oh, okay, I kind of saw that come in. But that didn't make me the fact that like I sobbed my eyes out any less of a thing. Even though I was like, no, it's gonna end like this, I'm pretty sure. When there was a moment where you weren't sure if it was gonna end how you thought, I did have a big old cry. But it is a gorgeous book. I thoroughly recommend it. It's by Rachel Griffin, which I don't know if this author's done anything else actually. She has done a couple other different things, like witches books, which is exciting. Which means I might have a little look into that. But again, another 4.5. Bloody loved it. Fantastic. I then immediately wanted to read something else after that, and I was like, okay, well I haven't picked up 7 Deadly Thorns, so, and this was the first book that I got from my book box, which I was very excited about because I was like, oh my god, this seems right up my alley. Beauty and the Beast. No. Snow White. Kind of. You can tell by my face that I'm like semi-disappointed. Again, it's a gorgeous book. The imagery of the castles and stuff is stunning. And for those of you that know me well, you'll know that seeing this as the character design is very exciting for me. And the design of this room is very exciting to me. And yet I was disappointed. I was really disappointed. I really wanted to like it. But the whole book is in first person. You're in the mind of the main character. And that right there is the reason why the plot twist makes no sense. I'm not going to elaborate any further to spoil it. Part of me wonders if I was to reread this book, knowing the sounds so dumb, knowing the plot twist, would I enjoy it more? Oh my god, my ring light's having an absolute hang on. Alright, well I hope it's not affecting the lighting. Yeah, part of me wonders if I was to read this again knowing the plot twist, if I would maybe like it more. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I am disappointed, and I thought the ending was really underwhelming. Actually, I was like, oh, is that how it ends? Okay. Which is a shame. I had really high hopes for it. I don't want to give up on it entirely. I might try read it again. But I didn't love it, which was really sad because I had high hopes. So that is 7 Deadly Thorns by Amber Hamilton. Yeah. So then I actually haven't read anything for a while after that because I was like, I don't know what to read. And I have a lovely whole bookcase of books, a lot of which I haven't read, or ones that I would like to reread because I gave up on it. Don't DNF very often. I didn't DNF a book recently, the one that I need to pick back up. I didn't have the mental capacity for it. I found it quite confusing. So I might try again. And then yesterday, I read this over Easter weekend. I finished The Swan's Daughter. And I wasn't sure how to feel about this one because I was like, oh, it seems nice, but it seems very fairy tale-esque, maybe a bit too much for me, which seems silly because, yeah, but I mean, it's a gorgeous book, again, absolutely stunning. The original cover is also gorgeous, but I do prefer the Fairyloot version. So yeah, I finished this yesterday, and I loved how the book started. I really enjoyed it, and then I kind of got back into it. I think I finished it in 3 sittings total, and I didn't mind how it ended. It did feel really predictable as an ending, but the actual story itself was nice. I really liked the characters. I actually wanted to see, I felt like there's a whole world out there now that we could potentially explore with other characters, like the main character's sisters and stuff. I would be really interested in that. So I really enjoyed it. It just felt like the end was a tiny bit predictable. It was predictable And I was like, okay, yeah, this is how it's going to end. I thought it would, but I'm happy we've got to this point. And then there was like a weird chapter where everything went a bit squiffy. And one of the characters just like, there were a spanner in the works. And it wasn't like a third act twist or anything like that. It was just a bit like a random, we're just going to do the happy bit now. And then this random character was like, hey, I don't know, I just felt a bit thrown right at the last second. It just felt a bit like an unnecessary thing to throw in. I think there is a setup for another book potentially, just how it ended. Whether it's going to be about this main character that we followed, and then like the secondary character, I'm not sure. But I don't know, I feel like it was okay. I just feel like there was another way to set up potentially the next book. Because I feel like you don't go away with the feeling of, it doesn't feel like the kind of book where he's setting up for a second book, and as far as I'm aware that it's not a second book, and there won't be. But it doesn't, I don't know, it feels a bit like incomplete. I don't know. I'll have to find out if there is another book. If there is another book coming, I'll say on the edit. But this is This One's Daughter by Roshani Roshani Choksi? Roshani, I'm really sorry, I can't pronounce your name. That's the name. I will put all the names and stuff and like links to the books in the description. So if people want to read them, they can. But no, I really liked it. I liked the start more than I liked the end. And literally the last chapter and a half, 2 chapters felt really weird. Energy-wise, felt like the energy really shifted. Maybe that was a me thing, I don't know. But I really liked it. Gorgeous book. That's 4 out of the 5 Fairyloots that I got that I've now read. The next one is Her Hidden Fire by a name that I think is Irish. And I don't want to butcher. But I'm very excited about this book because it seems like it kind of, all the like names and stuff seem Irish, and it seems kind of steeped in like the folklore and that and stuff by the looks of it. If you're Irish and I'm wrong, please correct me. But it's a gorgeous book. The sprayed edges on it are stunning because it's all 3 sides, which I love when that happens. I do definitely prefer the Fairyloot one to the original cover. Not that I don't like it, I just prefer the general art and all the gold and stuff on this. This hardback is gorgeous. I mean, that is some How to Train Your Dragon shit right there. Yeah, I haven't read it, but I am very excited. I love a good dragon situation. Something in my soul just tells me I might not enjoy it for whatever reason, just having read the blurb and stuff. But I want to try. So this will be my next What I've Read Recently video. So look forward to hearing my thoughts on that. And I will also have many other Fairyloot videos coming on TikTok because I'll have April's box, which will hopefully be here in the next, I want to say 2 weeks. Normally comes mid to late April. And I don't know when the trio box comes because this will be my first month having it, which I'm very excited about, to get all 3 books. And then, because I'll still get a duplicate of the young adult book, I tend to either sell that on to my sister or my friend, or I've been on Vinted for retail price. No scalping on Vinted from me ever. You will not catch me trying to scalp somebody out of a special edition book on Vinted. You will pay retail price, plus maybe the postage I paid for it. Like, that's it. I'm not going to be like, I want £100 for this £25 book. No, I'm not doing it. But that's a whole other thing. So that's been what I've read recently. I haven't read a lot. I kept setting myself goals of reading goals for the year of like 50 books, and then it just put me off reading entirely because I was like, oh, I'm behind now, I might as well just not bother. And I think you just need to learn to read at your own pace, for sure. So I have got other books on my shelves, but I'm liking Fairyloot because it's making me want to read at least 1 book a month, because a book is coming to me, it's brand new, and then I just start the book, which I'm really liking. And I have got books I haven't read. So if, like after Cold Wire and The Sun and the Star Maker, I really get into this frenzy of, oh, I really want to read a book, being attacked by hardbacks. If I really want to read a book, I can get one of my other books I haven't read off my shelves. So yeah. But welcome to Ellie Reads. This has been fun. My voice is definitely going. This is actually me getting better, but that's okay. Thanks for watching, if you've got this far. And I'll see you again in a month, 2 months. I want to say every 4 to 5 books will come back and we'll be here. But if you want book content in the meantime, you can go over to my TikTok, which I will put the handle for on screen. I also obviously have my Instagram cosplay account, which is probably where you would have found this channel from, where obviously I post cosplay stuff. I do post a little bit of book stuff there now as well. And I'm trying not to post about the Chronic Iconic stuff on there, but I'm probably going to start doing that a bit more now. Because of this new band, which I'll make a whole video about. So yes, also, if you are like wanting to follow along with the Chronically Iconic stuff or follow along with the cosplay stuff, Chronically Iconic videos coming again soon. It'll probably be a long one, or it'll be in a couple different parts because there's been lots of updates on various different bits and bobs. And cosplay content, you might not see anything from me until September. That'll be my first event back. I have worked on some cosplay stuff in the meantime. I've been painting some armour, so do what you will with that. Until then, welcome back to this channel. We're here. We're back. Happy reading. Stay magical. Bye.